All right, we'll move on to T-Mac.
Yeah.
At some point, maybe we should just stop addressing this person here. The second emailer. You know who it is.
Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah. Fuck you.
This
Fuck you, buddy.
This is what, week 10?
Feels like it.
That's what I think of you. Fucking 10.
10. Just go away, man.
A 10! A fucking 10!
Emails that you've sent here when we've told you you're not welcome anymore. I'm going to move on to the third emailer. Jeez, God. Dude.
But.
T-Mac.
Yeah.
It's them again.
They sent 2 emails?
2 emails.
God,
That's I'm going to give them dedication. I will concede dedication to you know who you are. Right? But that's as much as I'm giving this person.
There you go. Let's move on.
If you want to call him a person. All right, we'll move on to the fourth emailer, which, man, every time. Who's the fourth emailer, T-Mac?
Mr. Fourth Row.
That's weird how that works out. It's almost like we plan it that way.
Every single time.
It's almost like we'll make it happen.
Every single time.
60% of the time, he's the fourth emailer.
Every time. At
Mr. Fourth Row says, hello there, it's Mr. Fourth Row again this week with my view. This week I'm seeing the April 15th income tax filing day is approaching, and that got me thinking about promotions that don't charge money to attend their shows. The ones I can think of that do this just off the top of my head are Championship Wrestling from Hollywood and, of course, Impact Wrestling. Now my question is, why? Why would they do that? Don't they have things they need to pay for, like the facility and, most importantly, the talent? What do you know about this, and what are your thoughts about this? Once again, that's my view, not from the cheap seats and not from the most expensive seats, but from the fourth row, Mr. Fourth Row. Now, T-Mac, I'm going to confer to you here because you've run a lot of events and have seen some more of this backstage thing and might have come across this philosophy before. But from what I understand is the idea is, Universal Studios with Impact is not necessarily free. You have to be a Universal Studios pass holder or have been in there for the day to gain free access into Impact. And then I don't know about the other ones, but I assume they're thinking, hey, we'll be able to build a following, we'll be able to sell merch, we'll be able to sell concessions, and so on and so forth. Why don't you share some more of your experience with event coordination?
Yeah, the only reason I would ever have free events like that is if you make something off of the concession. So if you own the concession and people go into a show for free.
What does that mean, you own the concession? I've heard this phrase before.
So it's your food. You're bringing in the food. You're bringing in the beer. You're bringing in the water. You're bringing in the soda.
Employees. You're bringing in the.
Right. It's all you. You own the concession. So it's a facility. It's an area where you can set up in their concession area, because typically, you go behind a counter and there's a place to hook up soda, things like that, but none of it's provided as far as the actual goods. You have to bring that in, but you can sell it and then it all goes back to you. So the only reason you would bring in free people is I've never done a show where we just bring in everyone free.
Right.
But we've done like top balcony is free. So, pay for the table seats, pay for the GA, but then top GA is free, assuming we have that many people. You know what I mean? Anyhow, if you own the concession, then you can sell. So a person goes in free, but then buys 3 hot dogs, 4 beers, and 2 waters because it's hot outside, right?
Those things cost you nothing too, by the way.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, if you buy them in bulk, it's like 5 cents a beer or whatever it is. And so then now you're making money off of hopefully 300, 500 people. Now, if you don't own the concession, I don't know why you're doing it for free. I mean, yeah, there is a, hey, let's paper it so it looks full. So where if it's vibrant and it's, a packed house and there's people screaming and yelling, well, then the next one, now it's not free, because you liked it last time.
The
But
only
if you're doing
way.
it consistently,
Yeah, go ahead.
if you're doing it consistently, now Universal and Impact might have a deal where it's like if they go into that, then whatever they paid to get into the park, they get 5 cents or whatever it is from that. But the other guy or the other promotion that he mentioned,
Championship
I have
Wrestling
no
from
idea.
Hollywood.
Yeah, I have no idea why you do it. Because you have to pay talent, you have to pay for the facility, you have to pay for security, you have to pay for.
The only thing I think is,
ambulance.
I think Championship Wrestling from Hollywood has some local TV distribution, so they may need a full thing to try to keep up perception there, and they're getting a X amount of money from the TV, right? Or at least selling advertising against it. So there could be some of that angle, and they're likely selling concessions since they're a regular thing. I'm sure they have, like you said, ownership of the concessions by that point, So, other than that, there's really no benefit. The only it's like, why are all your Facebooks and Twitters free? Because you're the product, right? You're not the, they're selling you to advertising. There's got to be a reason. If something's free, it's not free, right? It's costing you something somewhere somehow.
Very true. Yeah, if you have a TV deal, that makes sense because then TV's paying you for the time you're providing them on their network. So then you split even with that, and then you buy, the concession, or then you get the concession, then you get the merchandise, and then that's where you're making the money. But if you don't have a TV deal, I don't know why the fuck you're doing it.
You could argue if you had this like TV deal with it where you're gonna sell advertisement, but you need to have a packed house, right? So you could argue, it would benefit you to give away the tickets free. And you could argue that if you could guarantee you're going to get X amount of average per person on merchandise and food, then, the more people you bring in, the better shot you have at getting more people to buy. So there's some argument there in those regards. But
true,
it's all situational based.
Yeah, but man, I tell you what, by being a part of event promotion and planning, an ambulance, an EMT, security, that shit is not cheap at all.
No.
The insurance alone is fucking over $1,000.
Yeah.
And you haven't even done anything yet.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot.
You just made sure that you could do it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you can just say, hey, somebody else will pay for anything we fuck up or somebody dies. Or
our insurance per event was $1,500. We lost $1,500 before we even made a fight.
Yeah.
Before we even had anything, we're down $1,500.
That's crazy.
And then that's why these fucking fighters, why am I not on the card? Because you sold 4 tickets, dumb shit. That's why you're not fucking on this card, because no one wants to see you. And I'm down $1,500.
Yeah.
That's another story. But yeah, these fucking fighters, I should be the main event. I'm 6-0. Well, fucking 4 people like to see you, so you ain't on my card.
You're 6-0. That's exactly how many people bought tickets. 6. All right, man. Let's get out of here, man. We will come back next week for 195, huh?
Woo!
Wow, we're getting up there. It's coming soon. That'll be next week on the Spanish Announce Table, which is on SpanishAnnounceTable.net. And
it is estimated that the Earth's helium supply will have run out by 2030, and party balloons will cost around $90.
gee, what the
TrendingTopicsNetwork.com.